Yo guys, what's up? I have another free pick video for you today. These are for the NBA playing games on Wednesday for the Eastern Conference. So we have two games to look at, two really good matchups. So of course I have my two favorite player props for you guys in this video like I always do. And we're going to get right into it today. First, I just want to say guys, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I post these videos every single day and I'm not missing any playoff games for the NBA. We're going to hit on every single NBA playoff game. And then I'm also posting MLB videos as well. So at least one video every single day. I'm grinding these videos out. So please go ahead and subscribe. And then also go ahead and like the video, please. It helps me out a lot. And I just wanted to mention 70% of you guys watching these videos are still not subscribed. So I'd really appreciate it if you guys do go ahead and subscribe. First, before we get into the picks, let's recap the last video I had, which was the MLB video. So unfortunately in that video, we went only 2 for 5 on picks. So really bad, unfortunately, in the MLB video itself, just for the YouTube free picks. But in VIP, we did end up sweeping. You guys can see here, we hit 4 different plays. So 4-0 on plays, went up over 8 units, which is the second time we swept in the last 4 days. So we are up over 12 units in VIP this week alone. Not even this week, just the last 4 days. So if you guys ever want VIP picks, you could go to the link in the description. Use code NEW, just NEW, all caps, and you get 50% off your first purchase. So if you guys ever want that, just go to the link in the description. But let's get straight into the picks today. So we have the Eastern Conference games. So we have the Bulls versus the Hawks, and then Philly versus the Heat. So the first game we're going to go ahead and look at is going to be Philly versus Heat. And the first player we're going to go to is Joel Embiid. So we have Joel sitting at, where is it? We have him at here, 41.5 points and rebounds. I love this play playing against the Heat. Joel right now has had kind of a weird couple games. You guys can see here his log right here has been really weird. This is a very, very good example of a perfect, like by the book on paper, perfect buy low moment. Joel's been injured for a long time now. He's been coming back, but he's still been fighting this injury. I think coming into a playoff game they really, really need to win. They're the 7-8 game right here. So whoever loses has to play the 9-10 seed. Joel first of all, does not want to play an extra game. He also does not want to play in the 9-10 game because whoever wins that game ends up playing the Celtics. So if he wins this game instead, he'll end up playing the Knicks, I believe. So you do not want to face the Celtics, any team other than the Celtics. So Joel really needs to win this game. Philly really needs to win this game. Very important game for them. And 41.5 points and rebounds is an insanely good buy low moment. He should play at least 35 minutes in this game. Obviously, it should be a very close game, maybe an overtime game even. I think this is going to be a very close game, but I keep saying it's a good buy low moment because if you guys know anything about Joel, we all know earlier in the season he was the MVP frontrunner. It wasn't even close. He was averaging almost 35 points a game, averaging like 15 rebounds a game. He was going off. His points and rebounds prop was always set at like 50 a game. So 41.5 is insane, especially he's hit it 3 games in a row. So you can see he's already been looking healthier. And then he's going into a playoff game, which he's healthier now than he was in these 3 games. And even if he wasn't, they're still going to play him his 35, 40 minutes a game, whatever he needs to play to get the job done and get the win. So 41.5 points and rebounds, I absolutely love. Also, Miami isn't a horrible matchup for him either. So going off just the buy low moment, and he's been playing much better. He's going to get more minutes. And then Miami's a pretty decent matchup for him as well. I love Joel in this game. And before I get into this last pick, guys, I say this every video, but I just want to give you guys a quick reminder. Make sure you are using deposit matches to actually make money sports betting, okay? There's no reason you guys should be using your own money to sports bet unless you've already used every app's deposit match. Most apps give a $100 deposit match. Sleeper gives $500 deposit matches. So it's probably better if you guys just go ahead and download Sleeper instead so you don't have to go download 5 different apps to get the $500. Not to mention, that's literally how I made my first $2,000 sports betting, is just using Sleeper's deposit match with 500, just signing a bunch of people up, printing money with deposit matches. It is the best way to make money. And again, there's no reason to bet your own money. If you guys go ahead and download it, if you guys are new to the channel and you haven't heard about me talk about it before, or you're new to Sleeper, just use code GHOST, all caps, when you deposit that money. Right before you deposit that money, it'll give you that $500 deposit match. And then if you guys do it now, You also get this free LeBron play and this free Trey Young play. They just need 1 point to hit, so it's even helping you guys make more money. And then it's also, these games are on Wednesday. Sleeper has a wild card Wednesday, which is just their version of Taco Tuesday, so it's going to give you guys even more discounted plays. Just make sure you guys use that deposit match. Even if you guys are not going to bet on Sleeper after the deposit match, just go collect your $500. It's a free $500. Don't be lazy. If you're betting on sports anyway, take the 5 minutes out of your day to go download it. Use code GHOST to make sure you get the $500 deposit match and then all of these discounts as well. Again, just don't be lazy. Go collect your $500. It is a free $500. They literally, you just have to break even at least and you make 500. If you do better than that, you're going to make more than that anyway. Not to mention, who knows how long they have the $500 deposit match. They might get rid of it soon. I know Underdog got rid of it pretty quick, so you guys do not want to miss out on the $500 deposit match before they get rid of it, okay? But now let's go into the last pick. So the last pick we have is Trey Young. This is the same situation as Joel Embiid, basically. It's a perfect buy low moment for him. If you guys know anything about NBA playoffs or really just any sports playoffs in general, especially stuff like March Madness, NFL playoffs, going over on these star players' lines is the way to go. It is, you might miss sometimes, but it is the move. It's not even a 50-50 line at that point. It's 60-40 because they play way more minutes. They're depended on way more by their team and teammates. So it is absolutely the move to go over on as many stars as you can in the playoffs. You just need to make sure the matchups are still good and it's still a good line overall. But that's why I'm saying these buy low moments are insanely important, okay? So Trey Young is at 22.5 points, which I was looking at earlier, right? And you guys can see he's been doing horrible, which is why it's a perfect buy low moment. Earlier in the season when he was perfectly healthy, he was dropping 30s like it was nothing, okay? So I was looking at points earlier, but I'm going to end up staying away from points. I was very tempted to do it because he is playing Chicago, which he does usually play pretty well against Chicago, and it's at Chicago. We all know how Trey Young plays in the playoffs in away games. He thinks he's the villain. He thinks he's a main character, and he usually goes off. But I'm going to go with assists instead. 10.5 assists. He's hit this line every single time he's played Chicago this year anyway. He's had 12, 13, and I think he had 14 one game as well. So he's cleared this line no problem every single time he's played him. And then not to mention, again, it's a buy low moment anyway. This line at 10.5 is insane, especially since it's a playoff game. They have to win this game. This is an elimination game. He's in the 9-10 matchup. So if they don't win this game, they go home. 10.5, way too low. He's probably playing at least 35 minutes in this game, if not 40. And these games right here, he hasn't even played his normal minutes. In these two games, he played way less than his normal minutes. This game, he played about 31 minutes and still hit this game, So then you put him up against a team he's hit this line every single time against, and you give him 35 or 40 minutes. I love him on assists. That's why I ended up going with his assists instead of going with his points. If you guys want to go with his points, I honestly, instead of doing that, I would just recommend going with his points plus assist prop at 33.5, which I like as well. That's just in case you guys have a feeling he's going to go off and would just rather bet on his points. I would just throw assists in there anyway, because to be honest, if he does end up missing his assists, he's most likely still going to get at least 8 or 9. So it's still worth it to go with his points plus assists just to throw it in there, because he does have the possibility of going off for 15 or 16 assists, which we've seen before. So that's just if you guys want to do that instead. And then one thing I want to mention real quick, I did already post the video for tonight's games. I'm posting this super, super early so you guys get the best possible lines. So I already posted the video for the, Lakers, Pelicans, and then Warriors and Kings games. But this prop did just come out and it was pretty interesting to me. Steph over 5.5 rebounds. It's a demon play, so I don't usually do demon plays, but I know a lot of people ask me for demon plays just in case they want a bigger multiplier. You guys could definitely go do Steph at 5.5 rebounds. For a demon play, it's a very good demon play. I mentioned yesterday in that video that LeBron's demon play at 9.5 assists is really good. So if you guys want to do a two-man that's going to pay like more than 4x, that's not a bad two-man of a demon play to do. So you guys can definitely do that. I just wanted to mention that I thought this Curry play right here was pretty intriguing right there. But anyways, guys, those are the picks for today. Again, go ahead, drop a like. It helps me out a lot. And then also go ahead and comment if you guys like these picks. If you guys have your own picks, I'm going to be replying, liking all your guys' comments. I love it when you guys comment. It helps build the community, the family. So go ahead, drop a comment. And then also, like I said at the beginning, please go ahead and subscribe. I post these videos every single day. I post them as early as possible so you guys get the best lines before they get bumped. But other than that, guys, good luck with all your bets, and I'll catch you in the next video.